Hey there, thank you so much for watching. My name is Christiana, my channel is The Well-Behaved Wallet, and my goal is to get out of debt, build savings, grow my income, and live prosperously. My mission is to develop a well-behaved wallet that will help me love the life I have while I build the life of my dreams. I make videos on my financial journey, the pros and cons, perils and joys of operating a small business, and just generally living life on the path to financial freedom and prosperity and everything that happens along the way. I am a student of Dave Ramsey. I have currently $14,000, give or take, in my student loan. That's at a 2% interest rate. I have no consumer debt, and I have a day job in marketing, and I'm living on a pretty typical income, median income for the United States in 2019. So that's a little bit about me and what you can expect from my channel. If this sounds interesting to you, I hope you'll subscribe. As you can see, I keep it real. There's not a ton of editing. I don't have super high production values at all. I make videos with my MacBook and my iPhone, and that's it. So that's what I'm working with. That's what I'm using to document my journey, and I thank you so much for watching this far. I hope, if you're not already, that you will subscribe, and if you are, thank you and welcome back. So in today's video, I am going to share with you. I'm super excited. I just got home from the gym, and I just wanted to make this video immediately because I am excited about this new way of looking at my money, and the eventual goal is to have more money left at the end of the month as opposed to more month left at the end of your money, my money, and hopefully your money too. So I am going to show you this new to me way of looking at my budget, because I'm always on the hunt. I'm always open to new ways to looking at my budget, my spending plan. Right now I do a month preview, my what I spent diaries, where you see what I spent each week in my variable expenses, my variable outgo, and then I do a month wrap up where I reconcile what I planned to do and what I actually did, and then put in notes about what happened. So that's what I've been doing so far. But I've always had kind of this question of how do I allocate money per paycheck, and as the month is in flight, how do I know how much I can spend on what budget item? And I had been seeing these videos on paycheck to paycheck budgeting, but I hadn't really paid attention to them because to me, paycheck to paycheck sounds terrifying. That sounds like poverty. If you're just living paycheck to paycheck, it means you don't have enough in each paycheck and you have to kind of live from one to another with no long-term plan in place. That is not necessarily the case. So sometimes what that means is you're just showing in each pay period what you're going to allocate to each budget item, which is in many cases, for many videos with that title, that's what they're actually doing. So I'm thinking this is really great because I would love to have a spending plan for each payment that comes in while the month is in flight. And I'm thinking, and I was kind of playing around with that today a little bit, thinking about how can I look at that so I know in my paycheck as each day comes what I should put toward what category. So I was playing around in Excel a little bit, and I came up with, for me, a way of viewing the month in progress and my expenses and my payments, so I can determine how much to put toward each category. Also, how much I need to have in my bank account at any given time, because I have recently put some bills on auto pay with the eventual goal of automating as much of my finances, as I can, because that's one of my goals is to just put my finances on automatic pilot and have them automatically be paid and also be earning interest in savings. So all that to say, I have developed for myself what I'm going to call my spending plan per pay period. So that's SPPP, spending plan per pay period. So for each payment that I get from wherever, I'm going to log that in the month in sequence and know how much of that check goes toward which expenses. It's going to take some time. I'm still going to do the month budget preview, the budget wrap up, and my tracking expenses weekly. I also track daily for myself. I have for years and years. I've been a Dave Ramsey follower for 11 years, and I've tracked my budget since 2008. And I can tell you this because I have used the same check register since January 27th of 2008, when I entered Debtors Anonymous, which is a whole other story. Let me know if you want a video on that. This is the checkbook cover that I've used since then. Interesting, I didn't know it was January 27th, because I was in some deep financial trouble. Yeah, so let me know if you want to hear about that. So, which is why I say spending plan instead of budget. But again, whole other topic. Topic of this video is sharing my new way of viewing my budget per pay period. So that said, I am going to share my screen and let you see kind of how I'm going to be viewing the month. This is all theory at the moment. I'm going to use it for the remainder of this month of April, and then I'm going to start fresh in May, knowing how much I need to have in my account at any given time. But this is also kind of my process for moving toward, well, I don't know how much I need to have in there. I don't know. Maybe I should move from some from savings. Maybe I should do this. I don't really know. So moving from that sort of uncertainty into a place of more certainty, and I will let you see how I do that. So keep watching. This is the system that I use to budget. It is just a Google Sheet inside a Google Doc folder, and you'll see I also keep a general budget of my budgets for the year. I have like a plan and then what I did actually for each month, and then a place for notes as well. So if I go back to my brand new spending plan per pay period, this is what I have set up. And you'll see, I'm sorry it's small, but you'll see why I did that in a second. So on the left-hand side, I have my fixed expenses, things like utilities, savings, tithe, additional utilities, my phone, and then immediate savings, which is just what I call savings that I need to be able to access. And then on the right-hand side, you'll see I have numbers, and those are the days of the month when these specific fixed expenses are due. They are all now officially on auto debit, meaning they will come out of my account on the days that they're scheduled to come out. And the reason I've done this and lined it up as I have is because I want to be able to allocate per pay period. The only thing that's not on auto debit is my tithe, and that I have to log into my church's like online system and do that. But I plan to do that on the first of the month, because that just helps the rest of the month fall in line a lot better if I remember where my money's really coming from and who it really belongs to. So you'll see what else I do. This right here is just my fixed expenses. And if I go to the different items on the left, you'll see I add in right here my paychecks. And this isn't, so I get paid every Friday, and it's not, the date varies each month, but it's every Friday and every week. So I can see approximately in sequence of the month where the paychecks will fall, and in relation where the different bills will come that are due. So that's why I have put them in where I have. And this also lets me know when the bills are due, how much I will need to have in my account on any given day. So if I sum down, and it's cut off in the lower right-hand corner, you can't see, but I sum down and I determine that I need to have a certain amount in by the date. So it's from the 1st to the 6th before my first paycheck comes in. I need to have this amount in the bank and accessible so that when I auto debit, I don't bounce. That is going to be my primary goal, to make sure that I don't bounce on any of these bills. So that's my number one goal. So I figured out that the amount that I will need to start the month out is this amount right here, and it's like $500 to be comfortable. And that's the amount that I'll need to have in order to make sure that I don't bounce. And you'll see what I haven't included is those variable expenses, things like gas, groceries, personal care, spending, anything additional that might come up. So this is just my fixed expenses that are auto-debited. I still have to go back in and figure out how much I'm going to allocate for things like groceries, gas, etc. But that's to come. This right now is just the theory, and I was really excited by this theory of budgeting per pay period, because I feel like there's so much potential in this, and just seeing the way that it's laid out here is really helpful to me, because I'd never had occurred to me to run my budget, I guess it's vertically instead of horizontally. But this really, I think, will be helpful. And also letting me know it doesn't account for any additional income that might come in on the days that it would come in. It's helpful to have a number in place to know that I need to have X amount in the bank by a certain date. And then you'll see all the way down at the bottom, I also have the amount that I would need to put back into savings if I'm going to, and then to make sure that I have that minimum amount in my my account. So this is my trying to move from a place of uncertainty and not really knowing how much I need to have to a place of knowing exactly how much I need to have. And my plan, my overall goal is to bit by bit, again, grow the amount I have in savings, grow my income, and develop good sound financial practices and habits so I can begin to automate as much as possible. Automate the growth and automate the payments so that eventually the payments will be lower than the growth. So that's where I am. This is my theory of how to have more money at the end of the month. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope that you will keep watching. I thank you so much. So there you have it, my theory of a spending plan per pay period. I apologize, the voiceover got cut off. I'm trying a new system. I don't know if I'll stick with it, but I'll to share my screen. It's a work in progress. I'm a work in progress, clearly. So I hope this has been helpful. My goal is to update this spending plan per pay period on Thursday because I get paid on Friday. And eventually, my goal is to be one of those people that doesn't even know, let me say that doesn't even know, but that to whom payday means nothing because they have so much money in the bank. Like payday is just another day. Like every day is payday. That's my dream. That's what I'm working towards. I'm working toward every day being payday. So one day we'll get there. We'll get there. And I'm gonna document it. I'm gonna show you how. I'll show you how I did it. So that's what I got for now. Thank you. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And I hope that you'll keep watching. Bye.